In 2020 to 2023, time collapsed. And when the time came for reality to get moving again, nobody asked if you were ready. And you just had to get back on with it like everything was normal. But it wasn't normal. The world didn't pause, it felt like it had shifted. And it had shifted into a very digitally dominated way, like never before, in a way that technology was now creeping up behind human intelligence alone, and we're being merged with technology itself. From this place, going back into reality, acting like everything was normal because you had to, I felt like I was ditching who I knew I was to fit in with the world around me. And what I mean by that is going and getting a corporate job and going down that route. And the job that I picked was sales because I didn't know what I wanted to do, who I was, but I knew if I did that, at least it's a stab in the right direction and I'm improving my communication. But in the back of my mind, I was always paranoid because I just didn't want to let it in too much and let it into a point where I forget where I want my life to go and how I want to live it and the way I want to do it my own way. And I remember when I was at work, just this regular conversation I overheard of one of my colleagues at the time, and he was saying how he knew someone so and so. I can't really remember the context, the situation, the conversation, but it was, oh, he's 26, he's too old now to jump and go and chase his dreams. And I remember that stuck with me because it creeps up on a lot of people without them realizing it. And you just slowly start to give up. The world just slowly drains it out of you. And you pick predictability over a short window of unpredictability, but then can set you up in ways that you can't even imagine. And the job was really good for my development, good for my people skills. I moved out and I learned how to manage myself and another person on my own. And from that aspect, it was great. But I was still in a bit of a washing machine. And something just didn't feel right. And it was because even though I'm doing a job that feels like it's in the right direction, I'm still being warped each day by that corporate culture, that culture that you have to pretend who you are just to fit in. It's just basically like school, just in a more sophisticated way. And it's the same culture, the same uniform. You've got to speak a certain way, you've got to behave a certain way. You know, people's personalities only come out at the summer party when everyone's had a few drinks and let their hair down. It's that culture. And that culture's never sat right with me. And you have to very much watch what you say, watch how you act. And you've just got to monitor yourself. And I hate that. And that you can't be authentic. And it's dangerous because it's 40 hours a week you're doing that and your brain doesn't know any different. And it just slowly, what you do for work is very important. And it's not just money, because money is just a byproduct of things. It's not something to put your trust in. That, you know, there's just more to life than that. And it's about building your own character and becoming transforming yourself. And if money comes along, great. And if you're overwhelmed right now, you're not mad, because the world is genuinely mad, but it's actually about the way you look at it. And I've now come to love AI because of what it can enable you to be more human if you use it right. And for someone who knows who they are and what they want to do, it really evens the playing field. And if you can accept it with open arms and not be worried about it because it's here to stay, you can do great things. So making sure you're staying in nature and staying in a close relationship with yourself is very important, so you don't get swept away by all of the noise that comes with this new digital age. AI isn't the threat. Not knowing who you are and what you want in a world that is so easy to get lost in is the real threat.